This is another heavy metal minute. This one's a little weird. It was supposed to be about a tribute to Alexi Laho and a comparison to Leslie West, who also passed away. They passed away within 2 weeks of each other, and you know, they were both titans in their field. And Leslie West is one of those people that really he's not as appreciated as I would like. Even me, I found him later in life, in my early 20s, the band Mountain, and started seeing their influences in heavy metal, in the way he sings and the way he plays guitar, things like that. And this isn't about that, because it's been a crazy week. Donald Trump has went nuts, and he's just barricaded himself in the White House, and he's not doing any presidential stuff he used to do, because, you know, he kind of lost the election and it's being certified now. Last Wednesday, we did a live stream, fantasticforum.live, subscribe to YouTube. You know, we talked about, we were going into what happened, but we kind of made an edict not to talk politics on the live stream, because then people start calling me a fat Chinese fuck. Even though I'm just like not Asian, I'm just fat, and I guess the fat squeezes my eyes and I look Asian, I don't know. But either way, that's beside the point. What happened was these militia groups and Proud Boys and Poor Boys and whatever they call themselves, you know, the guys that wear the khaki shorts with the New Balances and the pop collars, you know. These motherfuckers couldn't storm Area 51, but they could storm the Capitol building and disrupt Senate. Like 5 cops were there trying to stop them. And look, I'm getting to the point. This is a heavy metal minute, so I'm getting to the point. Don't worry, stay with me. But they stormed there, and among them is the great Jon Schaffer. You know, Jon Schaffer is these radicalized militia guy. And look, I'm not gonna say, oh, I didn't see it coming. Look, I know I've been a fan of his since 1998, and Iced Earth. Iced Earth is one of my favorite bands, and I'm not surprised that he's there. I'm not surprised that he thinks like that. I'm surprised that he's there, because if you see how everything turned out, these motherfuckers had no kind of plan. They're like, yeah, we're for autonomy. But they're so autonomous that they have no organization. They went in there and started taking selfies and papers. Now, I come from I'm Hispanic, all right? People call me a fat Asian fuck on YouTube in the comments, but I'm really, I'm Hispanic. You know, my ancestors, you know, one generation ago, my father and some of my relatives came to this great country of ours, the US of A, in the 70s. And they were escaping a civil war, because guess what happened there? When their little militia groups went and overthrew the government, they beheaded everybody. And then the guy that took over beheaded the people that helped him, his militia people. That's beside the point. The point I'm talking about is Jon Schaffer. He's always been, you know, he's got that band Sons of Liberty. I've never heard of them, as much as a fan I am, but I just never heard them, because I don't know. I like Iced Earth, you know. And Demons and Wizards, I love Demons and Wizards, one of the greatest bands ever. Front and center, a fun Iced Earth fan spotted. He's like, hey, that's our boy Jon Schaffer. And he posted it on Twitter, tagged, Metal Sucks or Loudwire, one of them. And Jon Schaffer's like, right on the cover. I'm sure you'll see a little picture up here somewhere, but he's like, right on the picture, and I'm like, man, that sure is Jon Schaffer. You know, I was a little disappointed. You know, I wasn't surprised, but I was disappointed, because, you know, like I said, they're disorganized. As smart as Jon Schaffer is, even if I don't agree with his ideologies, he's really like, he seems like a smarter dude. Jon Schaffer has described himself as a constitutional conservative. So take that what you will. I mean, there's you know, in this digital age, there is something to be said for, you know what, maybe we should get a thesaurus and look at the at the Constitution again. They didn't have computers there. They didn't have the cunt hair of an idea for computers then to kind of monitor, militia groups or how that would be. Like, if you think of an illegal search and seizure in the Constitution, it's like, well, what is data mining? Like, that might be considered illegal search and seizure, right? Right? But here we are, signing the user agreements. I'm part of it. You're watching me because I signed a user agreement that says, you know what? If we think you're saying something funny, you might get a knock on your door. It sounds very like Sopranos-y, but that's the government. The government's just one big mob. But I'm not here to spout that. But so fans went nuts. And in the comment section of that post where we saw him on there, and it was it's funny. The memes kept coming in. It's one of my favorite ones is in the world of Jon Schaffer's be a corpse grinder. A corpse grinder is just a good dude all around. He's just like exemplary in terms of his family life and things like that. And his name is Corpse Grinder, and he sings songs about fucking gore and murder. But like that was one of my favorite memes. Another one was they changed they put a picture of Jon Schaffer just how he's at the little storming of the Capitol building, and instead of iced earth it says flat earth. That was a really good one too. I'm gonna try to put these on here. I don't know how to edit that well, so you might not see them. I'm pointing at them right here, but the chances is there's probably nothing there. Another one of these good memes was it says, writes a song about Gettysburg, still think the South will win. that was a really good one too. People were attacking Stu Block, the current singer of Iced Earth. Not attacking him, but really kind of holding him accountable. Like, hey, what do you think? And he just Instagrammed a big red heart. Like, he just did that and said, basically said, love is all. Stu Block is Canadian, I believe, or he lives in Canada at least. So that they handle things differently. But after pressure from fans, not like myself, I just hit a like on the heart. I'm like, you know what? He'll speak when he's ready. It's not. Jon Schaffer is not Stu Block's responsibility. So I'm not gonna be like, hey, what's up with your boy? Like, nah, it's Jon Schaffer is a grown-ass man. He makes his own decisions. He's an American. He has the right to be just as misinformed and loudmouth about everything. He eventually caved, and he had to basically tell us, like, we do not condone any of this hate and rioting and violence and things like that. And he said, we really do feel for the people that suffered and had some pain because of this. And but we're gonna reserve our statements until we have all the facts because Jon Schaffer wasn't like an acid-laced Viking. He was actually just at the front of the line. They did show him respecting the velvet ropes as he walked in. He wasn't one of the people they caught with Molotov cocktails or anything. He might have shown up as a demonstration, and once you're there, it's like, well, you're Jon Schaffer. You're like the most rock star of the group. Ted Nugent didn't go because he's a fucking pussy. Kid Rock didn't go because he's a fucking pussy too. And if you can't see my shirt, but it says like, it's Jon Schaffer saying, don't stop being a pussy. But Jon Schaffer went. You gotta kind of respect that a little bit, I mean, as much as you can. But it's Stu Block and me and I are waiting for a little more information. Now, there is ramifications now because there's people saying they're gonna burn their Iced Earth things. And look, if you've been a fan of Jon Schaffer, you know what he's like. You know how he thinks. It was weird because throughout the whole Trump presidency, he did talk about being a constitutional conservative in different newspapers and things like that. He had opinions, but they weren't regular Trumper opinions. They're more like, okay, I can see not liking the establishment, how it is and how it's become, and then Trump made promises. You know, if he delivered or not, that's up to you. I'm not gonna give my opinion on that. I've learned what YouTube can be for that, for giving opinions. But what I can tell you is that Jon Schaffer used to be a dude that used to wear the Confederate flag as a bandana. He stopped. It was the American flag after a while. That's still desecrating the flag, you know, because you think that kneeling is disrespecting the flag, then wearing it as a bandana is disrespecting and desecrating too. But he stopped. You know, last time I saw him was in August at the Demons and Wizards show, and it basically he was dressed like a postmodern vampire, like a vampire for a new generation. You know, he stopped dyeing his hair black, and he was all white, and he wears like all black. He looks really cool. He actually looked really cool on stage as a guy that's not putting his opinions on his clothes or bandana, you know? So, but honestly, I can understand you being disappointed, but I can't understand you being surprised for Jon Schaffer. But there is ramifications. Fans of the band have decided to like do the burning of the record. I thought for YouTube it'd be cool if I just got this shirt and burned it right here for the video. But I'm not gonna do that because you know, admittedly, if you listen to Fantastic Forum, our live stream Wednesday nights, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, link right here. There's probably no link, but you know. I've never been good at separating the artist from the art. Yeah, I can't watch Roman Polanski movies. Woody Allen, look, he's brilliant. So the jury's still out on that for me. There's probably a clip of me defending H.P. Lovecraft's racism on there, so you gotta go search it. I'm not gonna get rid of my Eisner stuff. I'm debating. I gotta talk with the guys because our wrap-up music is the outro to Dark Saga. As our wrap-up music when we give our final thoughts. So I don't know if I should do that and get rid of that. But I got 3 other dudes that vote on it. They might not even care. They might not even know it's him. But are you gonna burn your Eisner shit? Do you think he's an idiot? We're waiting for the facts because now things have happened. Now he's on the most wanted. Jon Schaffer is on the most wanted list. He's on the FBI most wanted list, police list, and I feel it's partly because of the celebrity aspect of it. They can't catch the other guys, so they're gonna try and catch him. You know what I mean? But I'm Moses Magnum. This was supposed to be a heavy metal minute. It turned out to be a fraction of forever. Like, subscribe, tell me I'm full of shit, whatever. You know what to do, where to do it. I'm out.